I am the admin for the Florida Palette and the admin for I Can't Wait on Friends to Travel. I am so excited to be here with you today because I want to tell you about the top 10 reasons why you should be going on Holland America Cruise Line for Alaska. It was really great. I was there last month. We're doing a group trip in June of 2020. So if you'd like to join us, email me at lisa@exclusivetravelpartners.com. I'd be happy to book your trip. But that's not what we're here for today. We're here to tell you what sets Holland America Cruise apart from all the other ones for Alaska. The first item on my list, and I wrote a list because who can remember all 10 items, is the comprehensive experience. Each port that we went to, for instance, whether it was Juneau or Sitka or Ketchikan or Victoria, Canada, each port that we went to, the cruise immersed us in the culture and the food and the different history about that port. So they had webinars, they had a cooking class, like I said. They also had different activities to help us to learn about the actual port before you get there. So if you're going to an island you've been to a million times before, maybe you know all the history you want. But for Alaska, this was a huge opportunity for me to really embrace the culture. For Victoria, Canada, I had never been on the west coast of Canada. It was great to learn about the food and the people and the culture before I even got there. So that was pretty awesome. The service was number 2, fabulous. From start to finish, from the people who helped us with our cabins, the people who helped us get on board the ship, the cruise director, the staff in the dining room, everyone was amazing. I did not have one incident where I could say, that person could have been nicer or could have helped me more, because they went above and beyond what I could ever expect. The third item on my list is that Holland America Cruise Line really focuses on mind, body, and soul. And that's why I'm sure Oprah partnered with them. Because for the mind, they make sure that they provide stress-free opportunities for you, for your body. My husband learned how to reduce the stress in his feet. He actually got a little arch support for his shoe. We made sure that we went and sat through an acupuncture consultation to see if it would benefit us. They told us about Asian therapeutic medicines that we could do when we got home. It was really a full body cruise. Not only are you gonna have a good time, you're gonna get some entertainment, but you're gonna leave as a better person. And I really enjoyed that on the Holland America Cruise Line. My third item on my list is the great service. The service was spectacular, spectacular, spectacular. I did that on purpose, just to make you think that your computer was glitching. That's how great the service was. The next item on my list is that the ship, which is the Oosterdam, is so small. It's starting to rain, guys, but we live in Florida, so don't worry. It's gonna stop in 2 minutes. So the ship was so small that we could go through the Hubbard Glacier. And some of the big commercial ships, like Norwegian or Royal Caribbean, their ships are too large to fit through the Hubbard Glacier, and they don't get the opportunity to show their guests the actual glacier. And the glacier, in all honesty, was one of the biggest highlights of the cruise for us, because we were face to face with glaciers which we've never seen before, and they were literally melting right in front of our faces. And that was really astounding, but also a little sad to see that because of the warmth of the water that was happening. But it was an experience that I can never replace. I remember I called everybody on my phone list and said, look at the glacier, look at the glacier, to make sure that they could see the glacier too. And it was such a tremendous experience. Okay, we're on to number 5, and I thought it was really cool that on the Holland America Cruise with Oosterdam, you can meet the entertainers. I've been on over 10 cruises. I've never had that happen before. So basically, the that presented 2 of the nights we were on the cruise, we actually had an opportunity as guests to have breakfast with her in the morning. And I thought that was so cool. She showed us some comedic props that she uses. She gave some tricks. She told us about herself, and the next time I saw her perform, I felt like I knew her. So that was really nice. The chef that cooks for the actual ship, or even for the cooking time, I was able to take a picture with her and talk to her and get to know her. So I think that's really cool that the ship allows there to be not even a hand distance. You actually get in and hug the staff, embrace the staff, because they're all there for you to have a good time. And it just seems really intimate when you know them by their first name, and you can actually see them on the ship later and say, oh, hey, how's it going? I thought that was really cool. Number 6, I really thought that it was such a creative way to teach us about different things going on in the excursions that we were going to see soon, where they had the actual main stage where they do entertainment at nighttime. In the day, they have someone there that teaches you about the animals in the surrounding. I had no idea about the trouble that the whales were having in the Pacific until I went on the cruise, and I learned about that. And it really meant so much more when you actually saw the whales in person and you had just learned about it. It just meant so much more to me to know that I could gain some empathy before I actually went to that port. Number 7. The cruise has great food in the dining room. And you guys know I'm a foodie. You know I love to eat great food. So I was pleasantly surprised and excited that I found a spot that knew how to cater to me. Sometimes with cruises, you worry that it's mass produced, or they're not going to have enough seasoning and flavor and taste to fit your plate when they're producing food for so many people. But the Holland America Cruise Amsterdam dining room really satisfied us. We for breakfast, I would have my yogurt and my parfait and my bagel. My husband had the omelet. He had sausage. There's so many great items for breakfast. For lunch, I had vegan options. I had the fish and chips. The list goes on and on. Even at dinner time, if you don't want to eat in the dining room, which I don't know why you wouldn't, but if you don't want to, then you can go to a specialty dining restaurant. I didn't get to try any of them because I was so happy with the food in the dining room. I didn't even see a need to pay for a specialty dining night, but you can definitely try that. You can go to the buffet, or you can eat by the pool. There's so many different places to eat at that you definitely will find something that you love. So that was pretty good, because food definitely can make or break a trip for me. Now, number 8 on the list was that they actually had an excursion center. So like I said before, if you're going to someplace you've been before, you don't need to know what you should do there. But when you're going to Alaska and you're going to Victoria, Canada, you want to know what's the best thing for you. And they have specialized, trained experts that work on this floor all day long, and they help you find out what you would enjoy doing. And that was really cool. And we picked some of our excursions before we even got on the ship, but there were some excursions that we weren't sure about, and it was so nice to have the reassurance of someone telling us this is exactly what happens on that excursion. Someone that might say, well, you know what, since you like dogs, you may like this excursion better, or since you like bears or whales, you may like this excursion more. So that was really cool, because everybody wants to have a good time, and when you're at a location for one day, you want to make the best of it. And that specialist can also show you how to fit in more than one excursion in a day. So it was really nice to have that backup person there. And the next item, number 9, would be great ports. The ports on the Amsterdam are so good. I couldn't have picked a better itinerary. You have some time to rest in the beginning, so you can just settle into the cruise. We use that time to go to the spa and to relax. And then when you have your port days, you get to go to places that you never thought, well, at least I never thought of, like Juneau and Ketchikan and Sitka and Victoria, and even where the ship takes off from Seattle. I fell in love with the city of Seattle. I really did. Just because the food is good, the people's great. We went to the marketplace. It was just an itinerary that I wouldn't even change. Now, my last and final reason that Holland America Cruise, Amsterdam, is better than any other line to go to Alaska is because we're going there in June 2020. I can't wait on Friends to Travel, the Florida palette. We are going to Alaska on this same itinerary that I just went on. I am so excited that you guys are going to get to experience this. So I just hope that you are as excited as me and that we can reserve your room so that we can experience this together. So, nice seeing you all. Have a great week, and I will see you in Alaska.